I'm tired. I'm tired. I might be here for a short amount of time, but we're gonna get it done. We're gonna power through. Um, I saw something that rubbed me the wrong way on the internet. Of course, it was a post by a female who said that she had found out, I guess, because she asked or whatever. Maybe she asked for a pic. I don't know. Either way, she found out the man she was going to go on a date with, and she hadn't met the gentleman before. I guess they were just going. Maybe they had. Either way, they were going on a date for the very first date or whatever. And she said, found out my upcoming date is uncircumcised. So I canceled that. So crisis averted, I guess, for her. And she seemed very proud of her, happy about that, happy that she had dodged that bullet. Now I'm not going to act like, okay, everyone's got a preference. Everyone's got a preference of what they like in people and whatnot. But if a man said that about a woman, you know where I'm going with this, because this is what the comment section said too, and the whole thing. You know where I'm going. If a man had said this shit about a woman, it'd be up in arms. It'd be an issue. Like if I was like, hey, like when we meet women, they wearing push-up bras, right? When they wearing the push-up bras, everything's looking good. You got the clicky showing. You're just showing out with it. But you find out that it's a push-up. What you find out if it's a push-up? What you find out when someone told you, hey, I saw your girl out the other day without the bra on. Maybe she just ran to the stove. Them nipples was scraping the belt. Okay. This is just an example, by the way. I don't mind long ass titties. All right. I appreciate women's bodies in all its forms. So if your titties is sagging, send them my way. I'm fine with it. I'm just saying. This is just an example. If a man said, "Oh, I'm gonna cancel this date. She got some long ass titties," which is wild. But yeah, I want to cancel this date. She got some long ass titties. Women would be up in arms. It'd be picketing in the streets if a man was like that. But this woman does it, and like some people were like, "Oh yeah, I understand." You want no parts of that. And some were taking the stance I'm taking right now. What is the stigma behind it? I know most of the males in this country are circumcised. It's really a USA thing. It's an American thing to get circumcised. But what's the big deal? Why are we upset about it? I don't understand. And why are you gonna turn your nose up? You ain't even seen it in person yet. You might find out it is your thing. I was like, or it ain't that goddamn bad, or whatever. I don't know what the fear is, and it's as if like men aren't focused on that area enough, and they're self-conscious about it enough that we got to add this other thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is how I was born, and my family, for whatever reason, didn't get me circumcised, and now you got to worry about it for the rest of your life when you get older. And like, oh, are women going to be okay with this? Because this isn't really the American way. This is whatever the reason may be. Now you got to worry about it because you got some extra skin. It's the way God made it. I don't believe in God. Either way, it doesn't matter. But it's the way God made it. That's the way the body is. Like, the doctors and whoever decided to create circumcisions, they the ones that went on with this whole thing. Like, let's cut a little bit of hair off. Let's cut a little bit off the top. You know what I'm saying? But this thing is crazy. Crazy. Just can't. That could be the man of her dreams right there, and she's just blocking her blessing because a little bit of skin. There's a little bit of skin that rolls back, by the way, when it gets, to attention. And it looks more like what you used to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. But yeah, if a woman, I guess the woman saying that shit is okay. But if I swear, if a man said anything of that nature, like, ooh, I don't like stretch marks, like, I don't like saggy titties, I don't like this, fupas, like all these things that men could say, we would get. It's what the hell was that? It sounded like someone just fell down upstairs. Anyway, we would get burned at the stake for saying some shit like that. And mind you, I don't think men should say it either. I'm not saying, if women can say it. No, I'm not saying that. I think we should appreciate all bodies in all its natural forms. Like, give me the fupa, stretch marks, and long titties. I'll take them. I mean, I'm just saying. But yeah, it's one self-conscious thing after another just being highlighted and just being made worse. I'm just saying. Like, if somebody tell me, what is your self-conscious thing on your body? What is your self-conscious thing? Because everybody's got one, but they probably got more than one. But what is the major one? What is the top one? And I have been thinking about that. I happened this came to mind as I was sitting down here. And no, it's not my. It's not my. I'm trying not to sound vulgar. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to sound, even though I don't know why I'm trying to censor myself. For some reason, I don't want to say dick. But then when I say penis, it don't sound right coming out of my mouth. So we're going to say dick. And no, it ain't my dick. My dick just is what it is. All right? The most self-conscious thing, and it's always been the way since I was a kid, is my knees. And I know that sounds crazy because ain't nobody looking at your goddamn knees. But it's my knees because I got my mama's knees on me right now. My mom has big knees, and so I got big knees. And I've always hated my knees. I'd cut these things off. Now I'm too old to worry about it now. I can't worry too much about that. But, I came from a time where you wore long shorts anyway. It was past the knee. And so, yeah, I was like, you happy about that. I'm hiding my knees. But right now, I'm like, I got some shorts on. They're a little too short. Like, they ain't Daisy Dukes, but they're showing my knee. They're they're showing half the knee. That's too much. I'm gonna sag them just to cover the knee. And I'm in my own goddamn house. That's how much I hate my knees. I don't want these knees. But it is what it is. It's what you're born with, and I know, and I say this to myself. I know it. I know it's not that big of a deal. Just like his uncircumcised is not that big of a deal. She's making it one when it ain't. But anyway, this is the JC Weekly Podcast. We are on episode 18 of the big show here. God, I feel like I had more to talk about there than I originally anticipated. So thank you for letting me vent a little bit about that. Let me go ahead and just give out the socials. Like I said I wasn't going to give out the socials anymore, but I'll throw them out real quick. All right. IG JC_Weakley, TikTok JC Weekly Talks. And there you go. We're going to leave it at that. Because ain't nobody looking at my poetry on Substack under JC Weekly. So I've been seeing something on social media posts, and I would have to say it is my most hated piece of content on social media right now at this very moment. And I know most people, everyone's going to say like, oh, it's the big thing to hate this. But the biggest, like they want to say, oh, the thing I hate about social media right now is there's so much AI content. Which is fair. There's a bunch of AI bullshit. Some of it's funny, some of it's entertaining, some of it's just whatever. And it's lazy. Either way, it doesn't matter. We're not talking about AI. Let me tell you what my most hated type of content right now is when it's just word on a screen, or it's like some little video of whatever in the background, and it says, instead of asking, this is the example, this is one I kind of see all the time. Instead of asking a female in a text, how was your day? Or what are you doing? Ask these 10 things instead to get her really going and make her fall in love with you. And it says this exact shit. This is exactly what it says, right? But it won't list them there. You have to go click into the description on the video. You have to click down there, and I'm saying, that's just provide more engagement for them, But anyway, then you have to go scroll through and see all the bullshit. I'm gonna tell you what. They be saying the most retarded. You know what? I might have to blank that out. My kids always tell me don't use that word. And I agree. It's just, I'm from a time where we just say things like that. But I might have to blank that out. I don't know. I might get to edit it and forget all about it and say fuck it and not worry about it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it poorly. I apologize. I'm just apologizing in advance here. Don't cancel me. They come up with the most stupid, things to say instead of how was your day. They're like, oh, say these things, and this female will fall in love with you, or she'll get in her feelings, some shit. All right, and it's always like, what was it about this day that set your soul on fire? Shit like that. Something to that degree, right? And I'm like, no one talks that way. If I sent that to a female, they'd think I was crazy. They would think I was crazy if I was instead of saying, hey, how was your day? Which I think is fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think it's lazy. I think that's me showing concern and wondering, hey, how was your day? Okay? It means I'm thinking of you. And I'd like to discuss, hey, if you had something going on today, let me know. We can talk about it. If not a goddamn thing happened, tell me that. Cool. We can just move on with this conversation. But if you roll out with, so tell me, what was it about this day that set your soul ablaze and just warms your heart? They gonna think I'm crazy. Do not follow these people. There's so many examples of this out there, and I would keep getting them because I would stop and read one. I'm like, this because I wanted to see what they think that people should be saying. You read one and you get them all the time now. This is the most annoying thing in the world because no one actually talks this way. No one has a conversation with someone else and speaks in limericks and in poetic, statements like that. That's just not the way. This is not Shakespeare. This is not Shakespeare. We don't speak that way. I feel like speaking bluntly is probably the best way, and you can do that while still showing, I've been thinking about you, or whatever the situation might be, right? By and far, the thing that's more annoying than AI. I haven't seen one thing that I would actually try on a female. I haven't seen one thing. I would feel embarrassed to say anything that they offer in those fucking videos. And I would love to see somebody do it too. Now I almost want to make a video of me doing that, just like sending that shit to females and see what their response is. Damn it. I might have to do it. Just for shits and gigs. I really do feel like I want to do it now. I'm gonna think on it. But yeah, I hate social media. It's slowly getting that way. It's entertaining at times. It's slowly getting that way with me. And as I've said multiple times over recently here, this is not fun to look at anymore sometimes. I have been seeing this something else. And I'm not even sure what like most things, I don't know where it starts, but I've seen multiple pieces of content say it. Talking about how they want to walk around with a bad bitch. They want a bad bitch beside them. This, that, and others. I don't know why, but either way, not why you don't want it. No, why would you want to have? I mean, of course you want a bad bitch, but let's calm down, all right? But, and I read that, and I stopped for a second because I was like, what is a bad bitch? Like, what is a bad bitch? What are we calling a bad bitch? What are they calling a bad bitch? And so you start, thinking to yourself, like, what am I calling a bad bitch? I mean, obviously, I think when you're younger, and actually 95% of the time, when you're talking about a bad bitch, you're talking about their looks, how they look on the outside. And like, I think it's such a one-dimensional statement. Like calling somebody a bad bitch. Right? Because you're just talking about their looks. Like, that's it. It's nothing else is being thought about, is being like, we're not going down a list of things that make this person great or awesome or a bad bitch. It's just their looks. That's it. I've got this really nice looking woman on my arm. That's all it's needed, because living in this world now is performative. I want to make sure everyone sees it. Right? I think we need to start getting a list down of things that make females a bad bitch, right? And I think we need to have it not be just looks. I think it needs to be like all the other things that you would, rate on a woman, that you would like, if you actually want, if this person was putting someone you didn't want, to just use as a prop beside you, so people can see her, but you actually want to spend time with her. Because I'm gonna tell you what, your looks, while important, because it's the first thing that you notice, obviously, it's what attracts you to the person initially, before you go and have any type of interaction with them. It's their looks and how attractive they are. I don't know why I say that twice. I'm saying that twice. It's their looks and how attractive they are. I mean, that's both the same fucking thing. I wish I would learn how to talk. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I don't know where the fuck I was going. So gauging them on the looks is fine. That's the entry point to the situation. Okay, that's the entry point. But then after that, personally, for myself, okay, for myself, if me and you can have any type of a conversation for any amount of length that doesn't bore me to death or doesn't annoy me, you ain't a bad bitch. Okay. You just some pretty girl. You just a pretty girl. And that's great. I'm glad you have that going for you. But you can just move right on over there and look pretty with other folks. I don't need you to look pretty beside me. When when your personality and your conversational skills ain't hitting, like that's it for me. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck right here. People ask me, JC, why don't you? This is gonna sound so bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. I might, if anybody listens to something, that might lose listeners. Like, why don't you really, get down with white females like that, right? Because I ain't never been no white girl. The reason is I ain't never found we had nothing to talk about. Or the way they talked, or the conversation they decided to have would annoy me. Like, we ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't have any. This is the way it is. Like, you can be really sexy and whatnot, and say we go and do something, you hook up or whatever. But after that, what are we gonna say to each other? What is going to be said to each other? Like, I think that way. Like, sex is sex. Sex is just that. It's just that, right? But like, I like to have a little conversation sometime. Like afterward, you might, let's discuss something. Tell me about yourself. This all moves so fast. Tell me what's going on. What do you think about things? And white girls have never their personalities. I'm speaking in general terms. I'm not talking about all of them. There's plenty of white girls out there that I've talked to that I'm able to have a conversation with, and I enjoy being in their presence. So let's simmer down. I always got along better with black folk. That's the kind of way it is, and it goes the same thing with black women. So that's that. I don't know. It is what it is. So yeah, when we're rating bad bitches here. You need to, for me, we're gonna go to my ratings of what do we need to be looking at to make sure you a bad bitch, okay? Obviously, the attractive part doesn't matter because we're all assuming that as a bad bitch you're attractive, right? Cool. I think personality. I think you gotta have a fun personality. I can't even speak. A fun personality, okay? That's a biggie, right? I mean, if you're dry as a piece of cardboard, I mean, you're not going to be fun to talk to. I mean, we haven't got started yet. Started talking, I'm just listening, and your personality is just dull, and that's no fun. So we need to have a fun personality, okay? And then that goes into conversationals. Okay, the conversationals. That might be a word. I don't know. It's not, probably. I don't think it is. But conversationals, okay. That's kind of like when old black folks say that you've been having relations. Is that a... No one talks that way, but black folk do. You having relations? No. No, we having conversationals, okay? You gotta be able to hold a conversation with me, and we gotta be able to discuss things, whether they be funny, like this laid back type stuff, or they be serious, deep stuff. Because I can go from one end of the spectrum to the other, all in a very short amount of time. Very jokey, but I'm also I will jump in the deep end on you. You got to be able to keep up. I mean, if you ain't talking about shit, ain't got no real feelings, you ain't funny. I mean, I like funny. but I think everyone likes funny. Isn't it's weird that everyone loves a funny person until they get with the funny person and they've been with them so long and they're like, oh, he ain't that goddamn funny. And everyone's like, oh yeah, your husband's so funny. Like, he ain't that funny. Why is it that men stop being funny once they get with somebody in a long-term relationship or like a marriage? Like, I certainly did. Like, I've always been funny. Like, I was gotten with because I was funny. I loved it. I was funny. But over the years, I just stopped being funny. I don't know how that works. I don't know how you stop being funny because I'm always funny, goddammit. I'm going to let it go, though. It's fine. It's her perception. It's how she receives me. But no. Yeah, you got to be funny. So, all right, looks, personality, conversationalism. Okay? Is that a word? Check me. Double check me. We at least got to hit all those. We at least got to hit all those. I think those are the big three right there for a bad bitch. All right, because if you're on my arms, it means you while I'm showing you off or whatever. At least at some point in time, I need to be able to like make fun of somebody and say it to you, so like so you can laugh, whatever. But if you don't get the joke or you don't laugh, like that's no fun. I'm gonna leave you right where you're standing. I'm gonna walk by myself. I think those are the top three. Do we add on? Do we add on? Is not being like overly like boring or like is that a thing? I don't know. I don't want to get too deep in the weeds here on it, because I feel like constantly a bad bitch is very like very superficial type shit. So we can keep it like surface level. I think we need at least those top three, because I think there's a lot of pretty dummies out there that are just on people's arms. That is so mean. I'm so sorry. I apologize. But yeah, I was like, yeah, but this whole it's the thing. 'Cause I'm thinking back to like when I was in high school and like my friends, who at that time, like I was probably more, I was shy in high school, so my friends were getting females and such like that, and I always considered that they were really good at it and really good at talking, and they would get females or whatever. And they would think they bad bitches. Like, I didn't think they bad bitches. Because most of them were white, but whatever. But I would look at them, like thinking about it right now, thinking about it. Like, I'm like, oh, I mean, to them, beauty's an eye of a beholder. Cool. Was there anything else that is keeping that person around? Because there's gotta be, because beauty only gets you so far. It just gets you, it gets you one step. Right? Like, you got to be able to like actually have quality time and then be able to add something to that quality time. And I think really, if you really want to think about it, I think women and men both are just content with it just being a bad bitch, just being an attractive female, while the rest of it just falls to the wayside. And I've never thought of it until I kept seeing this shit on social media. I never thought of it until now. How I shouldn't be surprised. I really shouldn't. I shouldn't be surprised at how superficial the world is. People are. It's kind of how, like, honestly, like, I've known females that I thought were just moderately attractive. They weren't overly attractive. They weren't crazy hot. They were just moderately attractive. They're just not ugly people, not average looking, just moderately attractive. But their personality was so fucking attractive. It like bumped them up in my mind. I like it, like their personality made them attractive, and made me attracted to them. Like I've known people like that, and just getting along with them and just spending that time with them. Like it's. I think it weighs more heavily than being attractive. Being a bad bitch is not a one note thing. I think we all need to grow up and understand that being a bad bitch is not a one note thing. All right, I want everybody. I jump in the comment section. Let me know what you think about what I've said today. I need to know if any women are listening. I doubt it, but any women, I need to know. One, do you dislike uncircumcised penises? Is that just a no-go for you? Like you're not anything. And first, to run it back, why was she worried about that on the first fucking date? I mean, come on now. You trying to fuck on the first date? I mean, I'm not judging. I'm just saying, you're just trying to get to know each other. See what she's scared of, right? You know what she's scared of. She's scared of that she would go on a date. She loved the man. Like they would just hit it off so much, but then that would be a thing that would bother her and would hold her back. And she just, it's nonsense. Either way, women, is uncircumcised penises an issue? Okay. Is it an issue? Two, what was my other topic? Oh, it's other bullshit. Two, what makes a bad bitch? This is for the men and the women. What makes a bad bitch? Let me know, because I feel like we need to add some other tiers to all that. What makes a bad bitch? All right. This has been fun. I'm tired. I'm going to go to sleep. Maybe. But this has been the JC Weekly Podcast, episode 18, and we will see you next time. Peace.